So what is SQL? SQL is structured query language. It's a language for managing and querying relational database. Now, it's as it is. The word SQL means structured query language. It is a language for managing and querying relational database. Now, that relational database means a database that is stored in form of a table. You understand? Because there are databases that are not relational. You understand? Now, there's is a programming language used to manage, manipulate database. It helps you to store, retrieve, update, delete data. So anywhere, so why it's so important to learn it? Anywhere there is data, especially take for example like telecoms where I work. You know, every one of us we do data, we do voice. MTN, for example. Okay, let me admit this. So MTN, for example, it has millions of subscribers. Millions of subscribers, millions, close to active subscribers. So they all make calls. Okay, are you trying to send me a chat?
No, that's me.
Okay, good
I think
morning.
someone just joined.
Okay, no, I see this message. Okay, no problem. Okay, so let me minimize this. So they have millions of subscribers. Different people make calls at the same time. You understand? And those things result into million terabyte, exabyte of information. So to be able to query these informations out, you know, even the accountant rely on this SQL. What I mean is that when for them to do their revenue management, account management, and all those things, they will want to get the monetary value of whatever is happening on the network. So with SQL, we are able to pull out all this information. So you use SQL for business intelligence, data analytics, web development, software, just to mention a few. You understand? So I'm just going to do the theoretical part. So like I said, it's used in different environments, in different, you can use it in different ways. You understand? But the essence is to retrieve information, huge information. When you talk of big data and everything, all is a language and it's intuitive. You can easily learn it like as if you're typing English. So, but you have to be trained to a level to continue. Now, why do you have to learn SQL? It's in high demand, industry worldwide. I don't want to bore you with what they pay or what Glassdoor, Indeed, and the rest. You can do your own search. But it's just a tool actually, but it leads to is a tool you must use even if you want to become a database administrator, even if you want to become no matter what you are trying to do, is a tool that speaks to volume of information in the database. Is in high demand industry worldwide, rely on data driven decision making, because if you as a professional you know that you don't just assume things and say it's so. It has to be empirical. You have to get information. For example, in the telecom, you say, we are making money, we are making money. How do you know you are making money? You have to pull those informations out. How many data have you done? How many voice call have you done? How many SMS have you sent? You understand? So you now monetize it after you run the script. So with it, SQL will be pulling out, because these informations we are talking about most times, whether in the healthcare or in the telecoms, they will be in a format that you can't just translate into money. So it's with SQL when it's now translated into the database. I mean, extracted into the database. It's with SQL you now write queries that will pull out this information you want. Now it's versatile because in finance, healthcare, technology, and more provide career opportunity for those people that know SQL. The last student I just completed training with, his own was premium and it was exclusive. You understand? So he said he learned data governance and he wanted to get a job. And we asked him, "Do you know SQL? Do you know SQL?" The guy is in the UK. I added him to the group recently, to our group for the SQL, and so those are people that you can testify of what SQL is doing for them in their career. Now, the provisioning of SQL opens door to remote position. Like now, for those that don't want to be going to work every day, there are lots of remote jobs based on SQL. Now, the good thing about it is that various databases, MySQL, PostSQL, PostgreSQL, SQL Server, that's the Microsoft one, Oracle, all of them. If you learn one, I'm telling you, like 90% of what you've learned in one can also write in others. So our example will be learning Microsoft SQL, that's SQL Server. But if you see any of these other SQL, SQLite, any other SQL, the same query is just the same format. It's just some small changes